morning, classmates. Today we are going to talk about paradigms. Well, paradigms are a set of words that have a common root or a stem. They will take inflectional and derivational affixes. As first is the inflectional paradigms. In nouns, it have the base. It is the base form that is the teacher and student, that is the base form. But the base form plus plural, here we add the suffix, and in the base form plus possessive, here we add it expresses the possessive, that is an apostrophe. And how we can see in this example, this says the teacher's book or the student's book. So it means that the book is of the teacher or is of the student. And the base form possessive plus plural, here as you can see, the apostrophe is in this case and at the final of the word. So here I have some examples in ancient Greek. That here we have, for example, the word this word, and to make it so well, to determine that it is a feminine. Here they are a. But to determine that it is a masculine, they are O. It don't happens in English, because here we have only this word determine that it is a feminine or a masculine, but in the ancient Greek there is to determine A, that is to feminine, and O to masculine. Okay, the derivational paradigms here. Well, in inflectional paradigms, they don't change their the grammatical. They don't change the part of a speech or the anything, because it is only at this kind of affixes. But in the derivational paradigms, here change the part of a speech. For example, here we have some verbs, but to make them to change the part of a speech, we add or meant. As you can see, a word plus this suffix, derivational suffix, there the part of a speech change, because they is worker. So the play plus there is player, so they change the part of the speech. It is the same in stimulate, that we add or and they change the part of the speech. So in the last happened the same. We add the suffix meant and it changed the part of the speech. Also, the English verbs commonly have 5 forms. The first is the base form and the 4 inflected forms. For example, the base, we have this the base form, but there is the third singular plural. The third singular, we add only the s. In the past, we because it is an irregular verb, so for this reason it changed like this. But in others, like watch, we add ed, or as you can see. Or also there is another inflected form, that is the present progress, as you know that we add eng. And in the last part, that is a past participle, that we are as you can see there, only in the This verb that is irregular, it changes the part of speech. It changes grammatically, and in this case, there only add ed, that it is not it is a regular form.
An ancient model. Well, first I'm going to start with the sentence in Latin, nihil enim semper floret. To analyze this sentence, we assign each part of the speech. First, a noun, that is nihil, that means nothing. A conjunction, that is enim, that means for. Adverb, that is semper, that means always. And a verb, that is floret, that means flowers. And as I said before, to analyze it, we assign to each word its parts or its parts, and in ancient times it was called to parse it. Okay. And each part of a speech was classified, and in Latin it was called accidentia or accidents. And we have taken here as an example the verb flower, floret, that means flowers or is flowering. First, it refers to its quality of its mood, that is indicative. The conjugation in ancient time was the second conjugation, and we assign its voice, and that can be passive or active, but here it is neuter. The number is singular, and the tense and the person is the third person present. That was also called formation or shape, and in Latin it was called figura. The verb floret was an inflection of the word floreo. The term inflection was taken from a Latin verb that originally means to bend, but it was translated into modified as floret and floret. This is the third person singular, and this is the third person plural of the verb floreo. And florevo is in future. The third person singular is florevit, and the third person plural in future is florevit. Okay. As we have seen, each paradigm has a basic or an unmodified or lending form that doesn't change. In this example, the word that doesn't change is the nominative singular. That is an unbending form, but the other cases are bending forms, as the genitive singular floris, the genitive plural florum, and the nominative plural flores. As we see here, there is a pattern to change the nominative singular into a genitive singular, that the s change into this. Another example is os, oris, that means mouth, and a similar pattern is the word custos, custodis, that change the s to this, that means guardian. And other similar pattern is dos, doris, that change the s to tis, that means dowry. Okay. We can say that there is another pattern. Example in the word master, that its nominative singular is dominus, and in genitive singular is domini, that change the us to I. And we can say that we can predict inflections by analogy. Analogy plays an important role because it helps to predict inflection in morphological processes. As an example, here we have the word slave, and the nominative singular is servus, and its genitive singular is going to be servi. The word place, its nominative singular is locus, and its genitive singular is los. And the word fire, the nominative singular is rojus, and its genitive singular is going to be rojo, because of the pattern. We can say that in ancient times there were explicit rules. As the example that I said before, in the nouns flos, flores, we can say that flos is masculine, and the masculine words that end in os only change the s to this, as gros maris, that means few, and mos maris, that means constant. Another rule was that nouns that end in os and that are not masculine, we remove the s and we add tis, as does, dotis, that means doris. When those rules have been applied on paradigms, we can say that a paradigm has a semantic structure and a derivational structure. That means that in semantic structure, we have different categories as nominative singular, nominative plural, genitive singular, and genitive plural. And in derivational structure, it depends of the order in which the processes has been applied. As we see before, the nominative singular has its own explicit rule to change into genitive singular and so on.
Another adaptation. The most general insight is that one inflection tends to predict another. For example, let's return to Latin. Here we have the Latin noun dominus, that means Lord Master, and other Latin noun that is flos, which means flower. The genitive singular of dominus ends in a long E, domini, and the genitive singular of flos ends in is, floris. Correspondingly, the dative singular of dominus has a long O, and the dative singular of flos has a long E. This holds for all nouns. Genitive singular E predicts dative singular O, and genitive singular is predicts dative singular E. Similar implications holds for other cases. For example, dominus. The genitive plural of dominus has room, and the dative ablative plural have a is, and the genitive plural of flos either ends in or in ium, and the dative plural ablative ends in bus. Everywhere there is an alternation. Genitive singular E alternates with is, genitive plural room with or and so on. The alternations are interdependent. There are no nouns, for instance, with a genitive singular in is and a dative plural in is. All those with dative ablative plural ends in is, and if they have ablative plural in es, they have a genitive plural in room. But there are only a few that are the exception, like the word dies, which means they, and the genitive plural of this word ends in room. And the dative ablative plural ends in bus. So it's different from the rule. The following table shows the present of present indicative and subjunctive of the verb comprar. I compro, compre, compras, compres, compra, compré, compramos, compremos, compráis, compréis, compran, compre. It will be seen that the subjunctive is a change of a of a to e. But look at the forms in the verb comer. Comes, comas, come, coma, comemos, comamos, coméis, comáis, come, and comes. This is the reverse. The indicative has a and the subjunctive has an a. Similar with the verb vivir. The subjunctive of the verb vivir has a, like viva, vivamos, viváis, and so on, while the indicative has a I. Vivo, vivo plus o, vives, vivi plus es, vive, vivi, vivimos, vivi plus nos, vivis, vivis plus is, vive, vivi plus en. These are regular patterns are found not only in Spanish but also in Italian, Portuguese, and Southern Romance general. Yeah. If we are looking for formative, the obvious solution is say that A, and E are alternating markers of subjunctive. They might be seen as added to the vowels of indicative. If E marks in a form like compre, the same vowel is the subjunctive in forms like come. And if A marks the indicative of forms like compra, in forms like viva and coma, it is the subjunctive of the forms like compra. In reality, it is not the vowels as such that are important. A form in A is subjunctive only if it belongs as a whole of the paradigm in the verb like comprar, and a form in E is subjunctive only if it belongs as a whole part of the paradigm like the verb vivir and comer.